There we go. What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict here. What's going on? Hope you've had a happy Thanksgiving. Sorry, I'm terrible at doing this, so obviously I haven't got my stuff together. But I got a couple interesting topics that I want to talk about that are completely different than normal stuff. Ran into a couple issues. Unfortunately, I don't have one thing here I want to talk about. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is, sockets. So, Pittsburgh Pro sockets. I've always had them at home. I decided to take them to work to try them out, really get a feel for them. Never really used them that much, like intensely. Yeah, I know, Corey. I'm trying to post more. It's been busy. The I've been slammed, man. I had a turbo, 2 motors, 2 trannies. I had a lot going on this in 3 days this week, and family, friends, whatnot coming by. It's been something else. But back to what I was talking about, Pittsburgh Pro sockets. I'm gonna post up a video. I'm not gonna touch on this, I guess, too much. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about this. I wasn't aware that Pittsburgh. These aren't Pittsburgh. These are Sunexes. These have always been my sockets I've used for impact beads. I brought these home, and then brought the Pittsburghs into work, and I am just absolutely pissed. I did a fuel pump on a 2007 Dodge Ram 1500, and the long stud in there. Found out Pittsburghs have a super tiny sleeve. Now, these are Proto Blackhawks that I've had forever. These are Taiwan made, I'm sure. These are the ones I've always used, and then I've had these Sunexes. These were my backups, the Pittsburgh, the Blackhawks, because I don't want to break my Blackhawk stuff. I got sentimental value to it, but then I use these Sunex, and I like these Sunexes ones. But hey, what's up, Dano? Old mechanic, Dave, Ben, Rat Trap Supervisor. Them Icon professional ratchets ain't working for me at all. Who else we got? Corey Suttles, man. Jake the Ag Mechanic, Gearhead. Appreciate you guys all stopping back. Tom Mater. I guess he's got me with that name. But yeah. So I want to just talk, I'm talking about these sockets, and I'll tell you, man, Pittsburghs are not the way to go. Hey, Hunter Skinner, Pittsburgh sockets, I hear a lot of people talk about them being good, but I'll tell you what, the shallows might be okay for you to get by, but I'll tell you what right now, if you're in a professional setting, the deeps will leave you hanging like they did me, and I was pissed. I've got a fuel tank on. I'm getting ready to drop it down, trying to get that socket up in there, and that stud would not go. You see how big that hole is. If any of you got, and I'll do a video on this later because I don't have the Pittsburgh sock here. I left it at work. Why I left it at work, I don't know. Probably because I was dog tired. I got tools scattered all over. I'm working on a forklift now. Got an Alice Chalmers 50X that got given to me. Did a hydraulic pump. Found out that somebody didn't put it back together right. We weren't getting any hydraulic out of it. Got $250 in this unit. Basically got dropped on my shop. Pretty happy about it, though, because I got a forklift now. So that's pretty cool. But hydraulic pump got turned around backwards on the somehow when they put the gears together on it years ago, probably, because it's been like that forever. Let me turn this down here. Notifications. Getting all this stuff coming in. They apparently screwed this forklift up. So me being the mechanical guy that I am, not afraid to tackle just about anything. I'll dig my hand in it. I gave it a shot, and by God, we got it out. Pump worked great. All it was is the gear set in it, and it's got like 3 different spline gears. Somebody didn't put it in right, and then the forklift got jarred, and it wasn't even turning the pump. So what an easy fix. You just pull the radiator cover off the back. It's an older Alice Chalmers, but the thing runs awesome, man. Smooth as butter. Somebody painted it. And then it's just been neglected. Somebody just didn't take care of this thing right. So that being said, pretty awesome. Blake, what's up, man? What are your thoughts I love my pneumatics. Gray pneumatics, exactly. Corey Suttles, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm definitely a icon for life, and I'm banned Damon Hassel, Toe Mater, Tom Mater, whatever words. I got that cars thing stuck in my. Every time I see your deal, I want to start talking like old, what's his name? Uh, Larry the Cable Guy. I love that Cars cartoon. My niece watches it. Um, anyways, yeah. So gray pneumatic, and I'm sold. If you want to save money, guys, stick with the Sunex, stick with the gray pneumatic stuff. I think for new technicians, that's probably a better way to go. I honestly thought Pittsburgh sockets were pretty good. I never had any problems, but the deep ones I did notice. I mean, that will screw you when you're going to work on something. I can't believe it. I never even noticed it before, but that stud wouldn't fit down through there. It's a long stud on those fuel pumps, but that little instance right there just kind of pissed me off. So, that's where I was at. Now I can't get any help anymore. Rat Trap, I am dying for help. I mean, I got allergies kicking my ass still. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. They got me on Z-Packs and everything else. I just keep going and going. Blake, my thoughts on storing my tools in my toolbox. If you buy a good one, I noticed that they hold up, but the problem is tools rust if you leave them out in any type of moisture. So I stay away from putting them in a toolbox. Store mine in the cab of my truck, an extended cab. And actually looking at a Dodge Mega Cab. I've never been a Dodge fan, but I like this I like the Mega Cabs. Looking at an older one, I think I want to do that. After working on this Cummins I've been doing right now, I'm kind of feeling like I'm pretty confident that I can do about anything on a Cummins now. I've had the whole thing, basically the whole truck apart. Got into a bad situation with this. Customer blew it up and hired a guy who was supposed to be a diesel guru. And, I guess I put confidence into somebody when they tell me they got credentials. And it was absolutely just garbage. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on Blake. I just think that I would probably stay away from storing anything that's really good in a toolbox, tool truck toolbox. Maybe some stuff that was, if it was sealed in a good case or something like that. Yeah, I would definitely say Hunter Skinner. Gray pneumatics are the best bang for your buck. Grays and Sunex they've been around for a while. They're good sockets. I just trust that stuff, and I can say it with confidence that I've never had any issues with these. And I would have, this is a 15 mil. I've always used these sockets. These are the ones I started off with when I bought some impacts. These are a little bit stouter. These are Blackhawks, and they were pretty good, but yeah, you just can't. Mid-length sockets too, man. I love my mid-lengths. I don't know how anybody doesn't do it without them. Mark Schumacher, the weather is cold and like it's what do you call it? Flurrying here in Iowa. In Rat Trap, that's just it. I don't want to dog on all the. I mean, I know there's Harbor Freight, and I do call them horrible freight, and I definitely. I thought that I was okay buying horrible freight stuff before, but I'm definitely. I'm not here to offend the fanboys, and those situations won't probably come up as frequently as they do for me, but I can tell you this right now. Yeah, that they're just not in my setting. I don't have time to dick around, and I'm chasing sockets around the shop. I've got a gas tank on the line. I got a customer who wants his truck back before Thanksgiving, and now I'm all set up to take the gas tank out, and I go to put the socket up there, and it's not deep enough because it won't. The stud would only come down to here, and it stopped because they got some kind of weird deal in them, like a small sleeve inside of them. I don't know what that's for or what the deal is, but it is what it is. Yeah, I would say gray pneumatic is probably on par with Snap-on Impact. So is my Sunex. I definitely think that my Sunex and my gray pneumatics. These are all comparable sockets. That's why I've had these Sunexes ones forever because I've never had a need for anything else. Never broken them. Beat the crap out of them. Nothing ever happens. Yeah, master set of gray pneumatics, Hunter. I would definitely go with. Hey, what's up, SLR? Yeah, Matt Guy sells gray pneumatics and Sunex. If you ask him, Tom Mater, they sell both. I would definitely get the master sets of grays. You won't be disappointed, especially if you're trying to save your money. Worth it, every penny of it. Um, let's see here. Yeah, you won't regret. Corey Settles is spot on. Roger Cummins, what's up, man? AgTech 45. What's up, buddy? Blackhawk used to be, some of it was made in the USA. Some of it's now not, with some changeover and stuff. Ran the ATD. I've never got with the ATD sockets. I would imagine the ATDs are probably rebranded Sunex or Gray Pneumatic. If they're rebranded Sunex or Gray Pneumatics, which is a double rebrand in my opinion, I think they're good stuff. I mean, I really do have faith in Gray Pneumatic, and I personally buy. I have a lot of Snap-on sockets, and I'll continue to go that route, or Mac for that fact of the matter, because I want to stick with my tool truck stuff. But if I was on a budget and I was going to give good advice to a new technician, it would be say, here's what you buy: Sunex, Gray Pneumatic, stick that way. Don't go messing around with this stuff. I mean, I'm finding out more and more. I just don't think, there's a few things with Harbor Freight that you can get by using, not completely shutting that down. But at the end of the day, you're going to run into those instances just like I did where they hang you up. So, Jeremy Motes, I appreciate that. I'm disappointed. Whoa. Live stream with the Denatu's and you didn't really stick your guns up. He dominated everyone. Jeremy, I don't need to get in a fight with Den of Fools. And I thought to myself I could really, get in a fight with this guy on a live stream. And I don't need to. He does a channel that's completely different than mine. So that being said, what he does is not the same kind of content I do. He's not a professional automotive mechanic, so he's reviewing tools. My channel is that showing tools that I buy and then reviewing them later, telling you how they work, giving you my advice, helping out with repairs. So what he does is different than what I do. And tell me what you think about that, Jeremy. If that sounds legit, I just don't have a need to fight with the guy. He's never gonna be on the same level as me when it comes to repairing cars. I'm physically out there, doing things that he's not. And if I wanted to destroy him on something, I could start talking diagnostics where he doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, and it's not a slam on him. It's just not his expertise. So I think where we need to come up with a separation is like we got DIY guys that they want to save money and buy cheap tools because they're doing a few light repairs, and that's cool. I'm perfectly good with that. You got your guys that review tools that aren't professional mechanics, and they're just giving their opinions. A lot of this stuff is all people's opinions. People get all excited about that stuff and like want to take it personal. I'm not going to take it personal anymore because what I'm doing is what I'm doing. I know the guys that are my peers, know the guys that I trust in this industry. The guys that are mechanics and the guys that are not out trying to make money off YouTube. If you're trying to make money on YouTube and you've got like 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, you want to get a few free tools to review, that's great. I'll be honest with you, my tool truck guys give me more than enough. They give me enough deals, and not like they give me a bunch, but when they give me a few things, I'm happy with that. And that's all I'm here to do. If somebody wants to send me some free tools to review, I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna get to the point to where I'm getting paid, be a paid spokesman, because that's what happens. I think when you get into this too deep, it's great to like tools, but when somebody comes out with a bad product tool line, when I was a tool dealer, that's what I had a problem with. I was supposed to stick up for this one brand, and when I did that, I felt obligated to them. I don't want to get into a relationship with one tool company and say you guys are the end all be all. I want to be able to review stuff, and have integrity about what I'm talking about, and not feel pressured, not feel obligated, and not feel like I'm committed to saying that SK Tools is the best tool, everything they make is the best. I just don't want to get to that point. I want to be able to review everything. I'm sure there's, there's tool companies out there that understand that, but there is a lot of great tool companies, and that's what I'm here to show is all those individual great tool companies that you can combine to make yourself have a test or a set that's in good stuff. Yoda Doug's in the house, man. I ain't heard from you forever. Thanks for coming by, man. Robert Rainey. That's exactly it, Robert Rainey. I'm worrying about myself now. I realize that getting after other people and talking about their channels, not that it's not a bad thing. I mean, there's some stuff that needs to be brought up. These guys get out of hand when they start talking, and they always try to bring up other people's channels and talk badmouth them. But the realistic thing about it is that you're not doing the same stuff. If your job is working at McDonald's and then you review tools, okay, how do you know how to diagnose an ABS sensor on a car? You can go out and fix it in your driveway and Google everything, but I can tell you how to ohm test it, all that stuff right away. Not only that, I've used that tool 9,000 times. So that's kind of where I'm at, see here. What we got here? I got on a rant there. Yeah, Jake, I love my Axis stuff. I'm definitely. Yeah, he does. I agree. I mean, it does seem that he hides behind stuff. Yep. It doesn't accomplish anything to do nuts. No, you're right. Everyday Fleet Tech. Thanks for stopping by the way. Appreciate it. I have no problem with talking to anybody anymore. I'm all for. I will definitely state that I don't. I'm not going to say that I support that channel, but I will tell you right now that I am going to stick to my guns on what I do, and I'll stick up for the people like Everyday Fleet Tech, Rust Belt Mechanic, JRC 54. These are guys that actually work on cars. I know what they're talking. They know what they're talking about. I know what they're talking about. There's a lot of good channels out there to do that. So depending on what kind of content you want to watch, that's what you got to be aware of. If you want to watch a tool review and somebody who's going to give you inside information about specs and stuff like that, then go watch his channel. He's doing it for money. That's the difference. Let's see here. Yeah, GP. I'm sorry I disappointed you, Jeremy. I do appreciate you commenting on that, and I'll stay humble once again to finish up that rant. I try to stay humble, man. I'm just gonna try to do my thing. I'm scared to call anybody out for something, but it honestly doesn't do any good. It's proved a point to me that it's just not worth it. Let's see here. Bunch of hex and torque sockets, never broke one. Yeah. What brand of power tools do you recommend? A Tinker. Blake Herring, I'm going to tell you right now, go with Milwaukee when it comes to power tools. I think that they're the line to have right now. If you don't go with Milwaukee, go with DeWalt. Otherwise, depending, I guess, you know what, when it comes, I'm not going to be real solid on this because I stick with the same brand I use all the time. So right now for me, it's Milwaukee. I'm not going to change my power tools because I use those at the shop. I can use them at the house. I got the same battery platform. Whatever you choose, stick with the platform. If you want to do Ryobi, go Ryobi. If you want to use Rigid, use Rigid. I personally have never had a problem with DeWalt or Milwaukee. I do like the fact I really want to try some of the Mac DeWalt rebrand stuff. I'll tell you what, the Mac stuff is different than the DeWalt stuff. I'm not saying it's the best stuff in the world, but I do like the outer rubber molding that they have. It's set up for mechanic stuff. The way it's set up to be oil resistant. It's expensive, but sometimes it's not. They have deals on that stuff, but DeWalt has been around forever. It's a pretty. They were the big ones in the game. They started this whole deal. So AgTech 45. I recommend you highly getting a Mac Access ratchet, trying it out. You won't be disappointed. If you want a quality ratchet and you want a ratchet that's at the top level of the game, Mac Access ratchet is right there. As far as I'm concerned, I'm disappointed more in the Matco ratchets now. I'm seeing a lot of failures. We even had a guy in my shops had his 3/8 flex head started skipping on him, and it wasn't one of the black ones. But I do like my I do like the little my 1/4 inch Mac, the ones that never had a problem. Let's see here. The axe is the first thing I grab. See, I like this right here. Corey and Doug I must have a disagreement. They took care of each other. That's awesome. Let's see here. Hey, I appreciate it, Jeremy. I don't want anybody to not be scared to tell me something. I'll address it, take care of it like a man. I'm not scared. I'm here to help people out. That's my main goal. I'm all about helping people out. And I'm not, you've seen already. If I can make it to 1,000 subscribers here, I'm going to be monetized. Not going to make any money off that. I've had several people ask me that they wanted to send me tools from a company. I did get contacted by a couple tool companies, but I haven't. They had to kind of go through the loophole because I don't have my email listed on my deal. Hey, JD Tech, what's up, man? Meanwhile, I'm at work stabbing in a Isuzu engine, and that sucks. Yeah, Noah, that's exactly a good point. When a YouTube channel is telling people that they're wasting money on stuff, that's opinionated, and you have to take that stuff with a grain of salt. You know, I don't think you technically waste money on a tool when you buy it. I think you waste your time. If you buy a bad tool, and it doesn't work, sometimes you can sell it off, take it back, return it. Those things happen, but you're wasting your time. I guess time is money. You've heard me say that before, but the biggest thing is you're wasting your time, and time is more precious than money to me. So, but I do appreciate you, Jeremy, coming in and telling me, dude, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Get down the list. Hey, Dave Parker, Proto stuff is awesome. Same as Proto and Mac are right there. Let's see. Rat Trap Supervisor, right there. Let's show that. Those channels get free tools and shows how great they are. Me bite the hand that feed them. Free tools those channels get immediately upsub by me. There you go. There's the word from a guy who's got some good views. So I like putting that up on the screen. That's pretty cool. I'm going to put good questions up like that on the screen. Found that little deal there, and I like that. Mark Schumacher, what is the average time you guys spend working on a car? I would imagine it's pretty quick, right? Just curious. Mark Schumacher, I will tell you this right now. If we can't beat book time, we're right there with it. I don't mess around. My partner don't mess around. We are shitters and getters. We have a small lot, and we want to roll cars in and out of there. So in 3 days, we blew out almost 20 cars out of the shop, and that was with 3 engine jobs, 2 tranny jobs, and a turbo on a Cummins, and then all the other stuff in between. So I don't mess around. I'm the type of guy. I'm a big dude, but I'll tell you what right now. You see me shooting my shooting videos, I'm not slow. I don't intend to be slow. I keep moving all day long. That's the name of the game. You don't have to be fast. You can keep moving all day long, and that'll keep you going. You know what I mean? Like people need to understand that about somebody when you make a comment about them being big or whatnot like that. You need to understand that some people are not the same as other people. I was born in a lifestyle where I was my ass. I got a foot in my ass. If I drug my feet, that's how it went. So I've always been that way. JD Tech, I love my macro ratchets, no issues. Whatever you guys like, because it's best for you. My 1/4 inch stuff, like I said, my 1/4 inch macro stuff's been fine, but I've noticed the 3/8 flex heads, locking flex heads, were the ones that are having recent problems. So I guess I shouldn't say that they're crap, but they're right up there. I mean, they're still the best ratchets, part of the best ratchets. They're still in the top 3, so don't let me discredit that. There you go. Doug Yoda. Found him with an Altel 539B video, and I have the same one. Glad you bought that. That is a great little scan tool for guys that are DIYers. under $100, does 3 different types of deals, has a multimeter, has a battery tester, great scan tool to find. It's a 539. It's on my channel. Look through there. If you guys don't have one of those and you're a technician in a shop working for somebody, I still think this thing, instead of buying those little code readers, you buy one of these off Amazon, wherever. They're like 89 bucks. You have a backup multimeter, you have a starting charging tester on it, and you have a code reader that has more definitions in it than a little scan tool. Best way to go. Let's see here. Lost. I'm getting behind here already. I have a DeWalt 20 volt, 1,200 pounds, no complaints. Been thinking about it. New snap-on feels way more powerful than my DeWalt and other Milwaukee's. Jake the Ag Mechanic. This is a good topic, and Rust Belt touched on this, and I feel the same way. Right there, he has a 12 volt, 20 volt, 1,200 foot-pounds, no complaints. Been thinking about this. New snap-on feels way more powerful. New snap-on, super expensive. It's a great tool. It's well built. Is it warranted to change out? Guys, you got to ask yourself in that situation, how much foot-pounds do you need? I still use an air impact when I get really deep into something. And my old impact's got like probably 800 foot-pounds. But mid-torque is where it's at. And I think Rust Belt kept touching on this and really driving it home. That 600 foot-pound range for doing your mid-torque stuff, that's about going to do 95% of your work all day long. My little guy doesn't do enough, and I'm going to get a mid-torque now. I've just been trying to decide what I want to get. I'm going to get the Milwaukee mid-torque, I think 18 volt. But if I had a 20 volt, 1,200 foot-pounds, I don't think I'd change that. I think that would work everything and do everything I want to. If I do review them, I will tell the... All right. What's up, Chris Carpenter? Thanks for stopping by. Old Mechanics Day. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see here. Jake, show him now. What brand of side shelf do you? I bought one from Matco, Corey, and I love it. It was like, I think it was probably $100, a little bit higher than normal, but it matched straight up. That's the only way to go. I'm buying another cart right now because I'm out of room. My toolbox, I haven't made up, I haven't got my toolbox all done from Mac yet. So, good equipment over there. That's some respect for a dude like TP's. I don't respect people who use the wait for excuse and be lazy. Yep. That's exactly right. No, I'm the same way. I don't want people to feel sorry for me because I'm big. I didn't get this way because I wasn't hungry. I like food. Good food. I like food. That's all there is to it. I've had a lot of stresses in my life. I don't cry about the problems I've had. I just get shit done. There you go. Man, I keep flipping that up. Right here, Dennis Rigger. Fix it right the first time. It doesn't matter how fast you are or no matter what you're doing for a living. And that's exactly why we get things done in book time. That's why we get things done close to it, is because we fix it right the first time. No screw-ups. There is, for instance, I'm not going to say I'm the Messiah and I don't have, we don't have issues, but, I definitely check on my other techs and help them out, and we make sure that we cover all our bases. It's good to take that extra 5 seconds, 10 seconds, check a bolt, recheck a bolt, do all that stuff. In the long run, it's going to pay off. You're going to have times you're going to screw up. It happens. You don't want to leave an oil filter loose after you put a new motor in. It's good to be fast, but it's good to be thorough. I don't mind. It's look at that, 72 right now for the Alto. What's up, One Mechanic? Love your ratchet video you just put up. I know that's a common thing I hear. But if you want to buy a few Mac tools, which ratchets I think you're pretty safe buying, go online, buy them, or eBay. I know it seems like a pain in the ass, but it's no different than buying from Amazon. Getting an Axis ratchet online just to try it out, I guarantee you won't be a problem. I never had a problem with Mac taking care of me in warranty. They'll send you a head kit if you have a problem. Yep, Noah, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Hit me back up. Yoda obviously has been using his. He likes it. It's a great little tool. Yeah, there you go right there. That is they can compare it to the Snap-on Vantage, which is the older tool they had. It's very comparable to it and has very similar functions for a hell of a lot less. That all tell, I don't know why more people haven't hit me up about that, but I do appreciate Yoda telling me that he's got one now and he likes it. Jake the Ag Mechanic, that's right. If it don't work, go bigger. Go bigger, go home. I do have an M12 stubby, Hunter, and I love that. That M12 lineup through Milwaukee, hands down, in my opinion, best way to go. 5-year warranty, 2-year on the battery. Don't think anybody else can match them. I'm still skeptical about the die grinder because of everybody saying that the battery goes out. I love this new Cornwall die grinders I bought. So, yep. I wish I could say that I moved the same way I did when I played football, Jeremy, but I don't. I feel like I'm slowing down, but I'm 41 years old now, and whenever it gets cold, I hear good things about the Matco stuff, and it seems to be. But I also got to tell you that SP Tool stuff is exactly the same. Rust Belt, I think, maybe touched on that. So if you're going to buy Matco stuff too, um, maybe check out the SP line if you don't have a Matco dealer. But the Matco stuff definitely seems to be looking up solid. That Infamum definitely looks to be solid stuff. My cart is holding up great. I don't roll it around the shop as much. Um, that Matco cart holds up just fine. I do have D10 issues. I will tell you that I'm not happy with the fact that it's got a 3-year warranty on it. That was disappointing to me. I will be trading it off. I will be getting a Matco or a Mac or a Cornwall cart to upgrade from that Matco. There's no doubt about it. I want a lifetime warranty on my toolboxes. Unless I don't care about the toolbox, when I spend that kind of money, those are $2,500 tool carts. You see, if anybody's seen the Icon tool carts come out, they don't have a lifetime warranty on them. They're $2,300 too. They're out of their mind, but I'm definitely going to be moving up to that. Yep, there you go, Doug Yoda. The Mac tool carts, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm building a diagnostic cart because I have so many scan tools now. Mac tool carts on their maximizer line. Now you got to remember, they're highest in line, just like Cornwall. Those two lines are lifetime guaranteed. Snap-on's a limited lifetime. Not really sure that I trust their warranty on that, but definitely the Mac and the Cornwall are my two front runners when I'm trading out my Matco cart. Hey, Chris Carpenter, he says, I'm behind the times. I still use my air tools. Chris, my shop's set up for air tools too. I definitely am having a hard time getting away from die grinder stuff. Die grinders to me, I don't want to replace my Milwaukee batteries every 20 minutes. I don't have time in the day to run back and do that. If I have my air grinder there and I've been doing a job and I want to use it, I don't want the battery to be dead. I don't have a shit ton of M12 batteries, but I don't like when I start my day off, I put all the batteries, ones that are dead. I got like 4 chargers. I take all my batteries, put them on my tools, and I don't want to change them all day long. So that's what bothers me about the Milwaukee grinder, even though I've heard everybody say great stuff. Corey Suttles, my Matco JS770 so far, but I'm uncertain how it'll hold up. I do love the cart, Corey. I'm not dogging on the cart any, but I'm disappointed in the fact that they wouldn't replace my D10s and it's only got a 3-year warranty. I think the cart is one of the best, one of the well set up ones. Don't wish it had a power strip in mine. I don't know if the newer models have that, but mine doesn't. I worked with a lot of mechanics and ain't anybody perfect. Exactly. If you're claiming to be perfect, then you're lying. Let's see. Am I caught up here yet? Hey, Mike Swindell, what's up, buddy? If I missed somebody. Yes, ordered one of those Altels because of you. I didn't know they existed. Awesome. You're going to love it, man. I just think they're great. Backup stuff is just great. Jake the Ag Mechanic, one of the best investments. That's right there. That's exactly what I'm saying. And the Milwaukee 12-volt line is pretty hard to beat. It's pretty hard to beat. You can't go wrong with it. You're not going to be disappointed. Mac Tool sent me a ratchet head kit for my 88 quarter-inch drive ratchet. No question asked, just a phone call to them. You guys see that right there? That's kind of customer service that Mac Tools has always provided to me. Chris Carpenter even says, "Matt, my Mac man's great. Only truck we have." You're gonna have bad tool truck vendors, but I'll tell you what, customer service at Mac Tools has been great. I really, really, really dig it. I saved $80 getting my half-inch lock and flex head on using eBay. There you go. Doug Yoda, smart guy, understands that you don't always have to buy off the tool truck. You can buy it on eBay. You don't have a tool vendor, and then that just gives you guys a little insight. There's all sorts of good stuff you can get out of there. Love this chat. You guys are really bringing in a lot of good information. It's just not about me. It's like, Jesus, you guys got to Jeremy Moats, what do you got here? Hey, I forgot about talking about chills. Look at the loon trucking that got sent. Oh, Carlisle Impact Best Battery. Yeah, 60-volt Carlisle. That thing seemed weird. I don't understand that. JD Tech, are you sure the Icon doesn't have a lifetime warranty? No, I guess I'm not positive about that card, I should say. Thank you for correcting me on that. I think it's called a limited lifetime warranty. I don't know that they'll be replacing your slides. One of those things that you need to check out. Anything that you do that looks like a consumable part on something when you're going to buy something, that's what you need to ask questions about. I always do. I'm very thorough about that. You know, I mean, it's like if somebody says they're going to give me a lifetime warranty on a new pickup, and I say, okay, is that ground to roof? You know, I mean, you're going to replace my tires, blah, blah, blah. If somebody's offering that, I'm going to take advantage of that. You know, I mean, because there's consumable parts. Getting new tires paid for in lifetime warranty, I mean, like, it's a no-brainer. How much money you're going to do that for? My Matco dealer seems awesome, and I feel like he will take care of me if Matco don't. Corey, if you got a good dealer, my dealer's a great guy too. I'm not gonna bag on but when he will not warranty out my slides. It just makes me a little bit bitter. It makes me definitely not want to, purchase anything as far as a toolbox because of that. It's got a 3-year warranty. I got a detent that keeps sticking up, so when I shut the door sometimes it bounces back. It really irritates me, especially when I got a $2,500 tool cart. Knowing that if I would have bought a Mac one for $2,500, even if I wouldn't have had a dealer, I could have sent those slides in, got new ones back. That's just what bothers me about it. I know that if my Matco dealer isn't there, then I'm going to have to fight Matco for that. And that's what I don't want to do. I don't have time to do that. Just wrench it. What's up, man? Yeah, it's the adjustable detents on them. All the Matco cards are set up for the power strip, but it's an extra $100. That's why I don't have one, because I bought it off the truck without one. Jeremy is a patriot. Like that guy. I've never talked to him before, but I'm glad you're hopped on here, Jeremy. I appreciate you, everything you're saying. Just wrench it. Let's see here. All right, I want to, if I get some questions answered here. Dano, howdy Dano. Make it Eddie D. What's up, man? Eddie D, welcome. Dennis Rigger, welcome. Okay, Dennis, I'm glad we're talking about this because this is what the paint issue is exactly what I've had problems with in the past. But I've also had problems. My buddies have had problems with them wanting to warranty slides if they weren't the original owner of the toolbox. Um, it's a fickle situation, and you're 100% right. They do have a lifetime warranty. I trust me. I love the guys now going to that build the Snap-on toolboxes. I just don't like fighting people for warranty stuff. I shouldn't have to call somebody up and say, hey, here, I got this issue. And they go, oh, well, I don't know. I want to hear, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. No problem. That's what I did. That's all I care about. I don't want to mess around. So, Dennis, no disrespect to Snap-on. I'm not hating on Snap-on toolboxes. Epic box is a really great box. They're built really well. I did see a video though this week of a guy sitting on it, weighed 230 pounds on one of their thin drawers, and he snapped it. I'm not saying that they're not strong. They are. They're definitely a great toolbox built by great people here in Iowa. USA made, 100%. Got a great facility up there, and I definitely support that. For me personally, I'm not. Dealer support is key. Exactly. That's all I care about. I don't have time to mess around. I just really want somebody that says, hey, CP, no bullshit. We'll take care of you. We know that you're going to be a stand-up guy and do your thing. I'm going to do it. We're going to take care of you. Let's see here. Getting caught up here. CP, where can I get? Okay, hold on here. It's an honor to have been watching your tool vids for a bit now in time. I'm a welder, fabricator, and somewhat of a machinist. I work on big truck diesels along with what I do and learn. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a badass blue-collar worker, too. Welder, fabricator, working on big diesel trucks. You do it all, brother. Appreciate that. Lifetime. Okay, let's go back to JD Tech here. This is from the Harbor Freight website. Lifetime warranty. We guarantee this tool to be free from defects, material, workmanship for the life of the product. Limitations apply. JD Tech, that fine print is where it all comes down to, and you need to get that clarification. That limitations apply. I definitely, what I know about Mac and the Cornwall stuff is that I've spoke to the Cornwall rep. They will not mess around. I spoke to the Cornwall dealer. They will not mess around. Spoke to the Mac dealer, spoke to the Mac rep. They do not mess around. They come in, they take care of their stuff, and that's all that matters to me. So the limitations apply situation. Reading that fine print is key. Asking those questions and getting those details. Now, a bad tool dealer, listen to this now, a bad tool dealer will make up something and just go, oh yeah, we'll take care of it. It's lifetime warranty. A bad tool dealer will not tell you, hey, look, or a good tool dealer will say, hey, look, this is lifetime warranty, but if you get a paint issue, it's not going to cover warranty. That's up to your responsibility to make sure that this is free of any type of paint defects. I understand if you scratch it, Mac is the same way. You scratch it, it's not. But if you have some sort of rusting issue and this thing's not out in the weather or getting salt on it, that's usually not because of something. It's because of a paint process that was a failure. You got to think these tool trucks these tool carts and whatnot are not be driven out in the snow. Where can I get a hat like yours? Come by a Mack truck. Hat like yours. Hard to come by a Mack truck where I live. Online, they might have them on there. If not, I will try to get my Mac dealer to get me a couple of these. I definitely, I'm like Mini Pearl. You guys know that's kind of how old I am. Love flex fit hats. These are my favorite. I'm all about flex fit hats. This is the Cornwall guy gave me. This is my new favorite work hat. My Cornwall hat now has become that. I don't mind these hats. This is actually a really nice hat. It's almost like a Carhartt. So this thing's holding up really good. I really like this Cornwall hat. But this is my dirty work hat. I don't usually wear hats, but only in the wintertime. So, and this is my good hat. And obviously, I love wearing my Mac hat. Yes, sir. JD Tech, limitations apply. I'm seeing some boxes of work. They're really nice and US made. Yes, Proto boxes, good boxes. Proto Stanley Vidmar used to make all the boxes. It used to be all industrial grade. They used to sell all the military, and you probably look in a lot of your National Guards, stations all around the country. You're going to see a lot of Vidmar's Proto stuff to this day, which right there tells you how well they were built. Limitations apply is weasel words. Exactly. I don't like people who try to do that shit. That's marketing, gimmick, sales bullshit. And I can promise you right now, I'm not the type of guy to bullshit anybody. I don't have time for it. Don't care to. And that's what I'm all about. Limitations applies is weasel words. And I will literally run a guy around like I'm going to fight him when he starts saying limitations apply to me. You'll see me flare up. I'll get really kind of aggressive, and I'll be like, "Listen here, fella. When you start saying limitations apply, let's get down to brass tacks. Stop talking out of the side of your mouth like you're a lawyer, and let's talk about limitations apply. What's that mean? Don't bullshit me." Doug Yodo, he wants to open up a toolbox showroom. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of deals on Facebook Marketplace, classifieds. You can really you can buy some good boxes and make some good deals. Subaru Tech just killed it on buying a 60-inch Epic. I wish I'd bought. Jake Dag Mechanic, we have a problem with the bottom of our toolboxes caving in our shop, pushing a fully loaded toolbox across 4 grates. Get over another job, and Snap-on says they won't warranty as it happens. There you go. That's the kind of stuff that I want to make sure when I'm buying tools that's what they do. One Mechanic. You like that, One Mechanic? Mini Pearl? I bet you ain't heard that for a while, have you? Corey Suttles. I work on Class 8 trucks and couldn't imagine working on cars and stuff. Yeah, it sucks. Trust me. Let's see here. That is correct, Doug Yoda. Proto and Stanley and Mac are made in the same place. They use different stamping, different processes in Dallas, Texas. Somebody else is on here, and they actually live close to Dallas, and they've been there too. Try the app. Jeremy says try the app. Mary Carey, always people selling cheap Snap-on Mac Maco. Those apparel which cost close and get cheap. Exactly. Hunter Skinner, this is a good one for you, buddy. Either lifetime warranty or it's not. Limitation means it isn't lifetime warranty. Exactly. It's all sales gimmick. Guys, these guys, even the tool trucks, the wording in the paper work. I mean, it doesn't matter where you go. Harbor Freight, everybody uses a sales pitch to get you in the door. It's up to you to ask the questions. Chris Carpenter says, hee-haw. Yeah, Mini Pearl. I've always been like that. My dad used to make fun of me. He goes, you ever going to take your tags off your shit? I got shirts with tags on them. I just stuff them in. I always feel like I'm going to return them if I don't like them. I haven't never heard of Mariakai before, so thanks for the heads up, Jeremy. I'm going to check that up. OfferUp having some great offers on tool truck tools. I'm going to definitely check out that. Good information. What's up, Ed T? Thanks for joining. All right, I want to show you guys something real quick. A little different. We're going to get off the, I'm going to I bought this off the tool truck. I'm sure you can get these a little bit cheaper otherwise, but I don't give a shit. I bought a few things. But I bought this thing right here. It's a Work Sharp. Show you this, a Work Sharp sharpener. I usually hand stone my knives. I've got, this is a knife that it's kind of retired. This is an old Gerber, just to show you how I beat my shit up. This is how well used this thing is. This guy has just been in my pockets. All this rubber used to be on there, but this thing is dull as dull can be. And I got a Harbor Freight receipt where I warrantied out, or I took off some, and you can see this thing is absolute trash. Now, and my whole point isn't to show you guys how to sharpen a knife, because I'm sure you do, but this is a great stone because I showed a guy, you know, took a couple strokes on this thing. Try not to cut myself. But what I'm going to show you, this is going to be good for. This is a good toolbox item, believe it or not. You guys are not going to believe where I'm going, but I just want to show you how fast you can sharpen something up on this. Give her a couple passes there. Give her a couple passes there. This thing is dull as shit. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to put an edge on it real quick. And like I said, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. So this has got a coarse stone on one side. It's got a fine stone. And I like this because you don't have to put any oil or anything on this. You got a ceramic for cleaning up your edge. And then you got a stripping leather on the back of this. Not only that, for you hunting guys, it's got a broadhead tightener. These things are removable. Gives you a little bit of instructions of how to do that on the back side of this. This is an awesome little tool. I can't believe I've never seen one of these before. I was absolutely blown away. Both sides come off. Got your instructions in a little roll right there that I just dropped on the ground. Gives you the core stone, the part number on this. So you've seen me give it a couple swipes across here. Now we're going to strip it real quick. I'm going to see if I can do this without, see if I put an edge on it really quick. This thing was dull as shit. So I only took about 10 swipes on it, about on each side. I'm not left-handed normally. That wasn't good. I don't think I got it all off there. Yeah, I didn't quite get an edge on it yet. So we're going to go back to it. And it keeps a 20 degree angle on this. 7, 8, 9, 10. One. Go over to the fine side. One. See if we can get an edge on this quick. See if we can get this thing. Look at that. So I put about 20 strokes in this thing. And you can see it's slicing that paper. My point being is I thought, you know what? This is going to be really great for this. You guys have got these scrapers. I hate these scrapers. You know, super scraper is the only way to go. But I thought, you know what? This is a cool idea. Instead of having that stone there, I thought, let's see if this thing will sharpen up this. Obviously, we can see that this thing's, you know, not sharp and whatnot, but I thought, we're going to give this a shot in this. First time I've ever done this, doing it right here. So I'm going to give it, throw shit down. I'm going to give it about the same amount of strokes. I think that put a nice little edge on it. Enough that when you're wanting to scrape something, enough that when you're wanting to put an edge on something, that way you can keep your scraper sharp. And I don't know if you can tell the difference. This is a really useful tool for that. Not only that, I thought I got this piece of shit Matco one that I've had forever. I call it a piece of shit because I ground it and tried to do that. But I could have straightened this one out. I really screwed this edge up. So I thought this was kind of a cool deal, and that definitely helped it out, put a little edge back on it. Hell yeah. Here's the other kicker for it. Where'd it go? Chisels. So this is my S&K set that I've had forever and ever. Good old USA 5/8 chisel. So I thought, you know what? That'd be nice too. So I thought, we're going to give her a shot on that. She's going to take a little bit. This one's got a rolled edge on it. But for keeping your chisels, can you see I got a little bit of a rolled edge on this one. I don't know if I'm picking it up on this camera or not. You can see it right there on the end. It's rolled. But I thought this would be a handy little tool for doing that. Jeremy Modes cut the receipts. Hey, what's up, Hard Knocks? Fuzzy Wuzzy. Yeah, I should, in addition to your tool hauls, make new fire, you know. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've got a giant safe behind me. I should just leave this thing open so you guys can see in the safe. I've been meaning to do a see if I can do this without really jacking shit up. I've got a bazillion. See if I can get this in here. This is my gun safe right now. I've got a bazillion knives. I found a good use for. I got a couple of revolvers. I've got a lot of stuff in this safe. A lot of magazines. I've got over 200 magazines. Got some 1911s on the door. 22s. Got the old 44 Ruger Red Hawk. See if we can get this bad boy out. It's kind of hard doing this. Apologize. This is my 44 mag, the Ruger Super Red Hawk. Love this guy. That's my deer hunting gun. Do a lot of pistol hunting, a lot of pistol stuff, but you can kind of get an idea of what's going on in my gun safe. A lot of revolvers, a lot of magazines, a lot of custom knives. It is what it is. I'll just leave that open for now. I need to do a safe cleaning. Corey Settles has that in the same knife. Fuzzy Wuzzy, I highly recommend getting them super scrapers. Let's see here. Check out Sam Woods Outdoors. I don't know. What do you guys think about using the work sharp for keeping your files sharp and for a quick deal there? I thought it was kind of a good deal here. I just I thought, hey, if you keep a good edge on your chisels and your scrapers, you keep that going. These things are relatively inexpensive. I know it's easy to go over the grinder, but it's also easy to fuck shit up on the grinder. And you know what the biggest problem is? Everybody goes over the grinder and they use it the wrong way. You go up to the grinder and you hold it down like this, and then you let the wheel run against it. When you're supposed to put sharpen, you're supposed to go against the grain. This thing really is taking the edge off of this chisel right away. on the coarse side. Getting the edge rolled right off of it. I'm just going to keep sharpening it here. What do you see here? PCB. Pat Clark Barnes, what's up, man? Yeah, that work sharp belt grinder is pretty cool. I'm thinking about getting one of those Ken Onion ones, Hard Knocks. It's a little bit more expensive, but it has a few more belts to it. But for right now, you can see I just bought this thing like 2 weeks ago on a whim, and I've already look at the stripping leather on this. This thing was nice and brown, and I've already sharpened every damn knife in my house. I've got an Opinel. I went through and sharpened all these. This is my Damascus. This is my Damascus cutting, or my handmade knife. I didn't make this, but gotta wash it. The leather. I keep getting this green shit on this from the leather, from this brass. But this is a custom made bone handle, handmade knife from a buddy of mine. He handmade this for me out of Damascus. I haven't ever used this, but it's pretty sweet Damascus knife. One of my favorites. You got to keep your Damascus stuff oiled, but really nice pattern on it. Except for all that green shit that gets on the brass. Fake gold. Got me on the fake gold. I've been told the grinder screws up the heat treat might be a wife's tale. Keep them dipped in water and don't let them get hot enough. Yeah, that's the problem with grinders is you really got to know what you're doing. Because it'll screw you up. I'm a knife, and this is one of my favorite knives. This is a LMFT USA made out of Portland, Oregon. It's a Gerber. Pretty awesome knife. Comes with a sharpener, and the sharpener ain't worth much of a shit. It's kind of a janky sharpener. I've never even really used it. Comes with a holder though for it. All this together. It's got a window breaker in it. It's a pretty nice knife, little rubber handle. It's definitely pretty sharp. Now I'm gonna keep this one. Yeah, it's sharp. Trust me. It'll take the skin right off your fingernail without a problem. Oh. Spitters or quitters? the only thing that ruins heat trees is when hot lizard sucks the chrome off the trailer hitch. I like it. That's my kind of humor, Todd. Welcome to the channel. The bear said Eric Schmidt told him spitters are quitters, huh? Let's see. What's up, Nick Pixel? How's it going, buddy? Dude, I got some of those. I got some of those I've been using forever. Pocket pry bars. I need to do a review on those. I never even thought they were that big of a deal. I thought everybody had them. Feel like an idiot, but those Mac pocket pry bars are the shit. That's the only way to go. I don't carry a pocket screwdriver. I carry that pocket pry bar just because it's stouter. You don't have any of those Mac pocket pry bars. You're out in the. Well, let's see here. How long have we been on here now? An hour already. God, man, I swear to God, you guys are so awesome. I'm on here for an hour and like, seems like it just flies by. You guys want to see some more gun stuff? Talk about some gun stuff. Let's see here. Um, Magazines, how well I beat them up. Let's see here. Let's talk about gunsmithing tools. Here's another thing when it comes down to quality tools. Since I do my own trigger work, I've got a couple different trigger pull gauges that I check my guns with when I do my own gunsmithing stuff. You got a spring scale. These are both useful tools. Always down for some firearm porn. This right here. This is one of my favorite units. I'll give you guys one guess what this bad boy is. That is the old 4.5 ACP America right there. The old Jerry Michalak. If you don't know who Jerry Michalak is, this thing's got a super smooth trigger in it. One of my favorite guns. I feel like I'm kind of like, even though I got like a competition grip on it, I feel like these 45s. Let's see here. I got a moon clip in here somewhere, I think. Hold on a second. I'll show you just why I love these 45 revolvers. What happens when you have too many damn magazines? Can't find shit. Well, shit. I thought I had a moon clip sitting right in here. Maybe I don't. Well, that sucks. Anyway, these 45s are the best for moon clips. They're pretty awesome. Old mechanic, I don't think it's on topic. No, because I got all my boxes and my prizes and shit that I don't like. I get tons of hats and stuff when I go to matches. Jake the Ag Mechanic, I have a question when it comes to guns I received from Gun. My grandfather, when he passed, Smith & Wesson Police Positive, a 32 long cat. I can't seem to find ammo for it. Yeah, that's our 32 long Colt. That's because that ammo, you probably have to either going to buy cases and reload it, or find somebody who will manufacture it for you. I've got a couple ARs. Budget Tools, welcome. Palmetto Arms. Let's see here. I think I got Palmetto Arms. I got a Palmetto Arms right here. This is one I built. I don't really call them build. This is an AR 9mm. Just a cheap budget gun, but I got a trigger that I won. This is a pretty badass trigger. This is a I'm drawing a blank. Why do I can't think of it? This trigger is so badass though. I gotta get this little filler out of here. This trigger is so light. It's stupid light. She's got no creep into it. What the hell is these are my favorite triggers. These are all I use in most of my guns now. Besides oh yeah, old mechanic. I got a 30-30, buddy. Believe that. Let's see, I've got a 22, 10-22. I've got a 700. Butler's on it. That's for when I really want to go long out. This is my 308, 700 308. We got the bipod, folding bipods for it. Can't go wrong with a 700 308. Got the quick scope ring on it, quick adjust. This is a good, this is a 700 SPS. See if I can get this all out of here without dropping something. We're just digging out the gun safe. There you go. This one's for you, old mechanic. 30-30. It's kind of, gotta have one of these. I was an old cowboy back in the day. Winchester 30-30. Actually, this is a Marlin 30-30. I haven't shot this one a whole lot. I won this off a prize table. Nobody took it. Always wanted one. So I got it. Pretty awesome. What's up, toolbox footage? 338 Lapua, hell yeah. We kind of shifted it on to some, some of this. Hey, beer stud. I got a little bit of everything going on. That's just one side of my safe, and I still got, I got a couple nice rifles in here too. I should say shotguns. Let's see. Look, I haven't even been down in this thing for so long. This right here is a kind of neat old gem. This is my uncle's rifle. Super, super nice. You guys might appreciate this. It's a little, my uncle hunted deer with this all of his life. 20 gauge, smooth bore, Remington 1100. Definitely an oldie but a goodie. This sucker's been around for a while. But he hunted all of his deer. He shot some 1100 LT 20. This is kind of a rare dog. Kind of getting the old G-Safe tour tonight. Doing something a little different. Talked about some tools, talked about some guns. Sure, this ain't going to make YouTube happy. They'll probably take down my channel for a couple days after I've done this. The kitchen gun. I got the whole safe in the kitchen. I got the bachelor pad going. Yeah, my old mechanic. This is really nice. It's you don't see many of these 20 gauge Remingtons. Put that away. I've got a lot of expensive stuff, a lot of little, middle of the road, cheaper stuff. A little bit of everything. Got some kukris in case you got to go zombie hunting. You know, you gotta have a kukri around. These are my favorite kind of whacking knives. You know, you want to kill a zombie. My favorite 1911. It's just a Springfield Armory 1911. It's a this is an opera or a Springfield range officer that I built. So I've changed out all the internals. It's got tool steel hammers now. Different. It's got an STI trigger in it. Mag release, Dawson Magwell. The only thing that's the same on it is the barrel. But this is about a 2-pound trigger pull on it. I added serrations to the front. So you can't buy this gun like this, but it's a pretty sweet gun. Shoots extremely well. I'm definitely a proprietor of 9mm now. It's not the 45 way, but that's what I do. I do have a 45 though. You know, so a little bit of everything. I like the long guns. I got a couple pistols, but I always like long guns. Yeah, I started out with long guns and went right to pistols and found out I was a really good pistol shooter. So yeah, YouTube is the internet Democrat Elizabeth Warren. let's get demonetized for this right here. I'll just throw that up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, One Mechanic. Have a good night, buddy. I appreciate it. Kind of got off the tool topic, I know. I can do anything that's, you know, we'll talk about anything. Definitely got a little bit of everything. Talked about sockets, you know, toolboxes, all that good stuff. Make sure my scope's off on that. Put some of these bad boys back. Oh, just want to get some of those put back away. That's locking flex heads. You know, I haven't tried the Mac Axis flex heads. Let's chime in on that. Let's get you're right, old mechanic. If you don't like tools, you gotta love guns. I'm just best locking flex heads. This is a good one. You know, it's one of those deals, man. Best locking flex heads come down to preference, I think. You know, Matco's got probably the most solid design for a locking flex head. So I gotta put this chamber flag back in. I like to keep my guns unloaded. Safety first, guys, you know. No matter what. I'm an NRA instructor as well, so I try to preach my safety about that all the time. But the snap-on locking ones, I definitely say are garbage. I'm gonna put those behind. I'm gonna have to go with Mac and Matco as the top two. After that, I think it's kind of you know, it's a choice of your. I don't like the snap-on one because of the fact that little button always flips off. The Mac one is nice because it's got a button where you can move it up quick and just hit it and move it. But if you don't want it on, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be on. So that's the downfall of the Mac. Yeah, the Roto, and here's a good one right here. Safety, budget tool, safety third. I like my snappy locking flex heads, but they're the only locking ones I have. I'd rather use roto heads, and I use roto heads a lot. I'm right there with Hard Knocks on that. Ken Dallas, welcome. Dental Tools, unboxes tools. He has no clue to use them. Already been on the combo with him. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, and he's kind of admitted that. He just kind of did. Look at that, bearded CB in the house. What's up, brother? Love the videos you had here, man. The guy that's working in the shop with you. He really went big on that snap-on. I wish I would have been able to get on. I would have probably bought an Epic if I'd have got a good deal on it like that. Jake the Ag Mechanic, an unloaded gun in my safe is not pointless. I don't want to open up my safe and somebody grab it or something like that. As far as when it's on me for carry, I'm cocked and locked all the time. There's just two different knockers and his damn roto heads. You don't like the roto heads, Bearded? I'd like them. I definitely like my roto head ratchets. You can use them as a nut driver or a regular ratchet. I got into using them, and I never liked them back in the day, but man, they're pretty hard pressed for me to not use them now. I definitely dig them. Oh man, Fuzzy Wuzzy, if you've never used a roto head, you got to try them at least once. Any of the tool vendors have them. Matco, Snap-on, they all have them. I don't think it really makes a shit who has them. They're all going to be about the same. I don't think there's really a whole lot of difference between them. I honestly am not even sure that any of them make them themselves positively. I'm not sure. I've never really looked into them, but I know they all work. I've never broken one. Yeah, Jake, that's exactly it. I mean, it's a different story. Unless I'm on the range or or in my concealed carry. I carry an LCP, LCP2 for my concealed carry, and then I have a loaded AK in my truck, and sometimes I have like a Glock 34 or something cheap in the glove compartment, and so my LCP is just a gun to get to those. And I guarantee if I have to get to my AK, shit's really gone south. Bearded CB. I've got one I use in quarter body 3. That's my favorite one right there. I got a Snap-on one. Love that one. Love that one. Fuzzy Wuzzy, what kind of truck do I drive? I drive an old Chevy pickup, 2002 Chevy 1500. I have no reason to get another truck. I put a new motor in it and a new tranny. I've got $250 in the truck. Rebuilt the rear end. I mean, like, I literally don't care about buying a new pickup. It does everything. And then I've got a Chevy Duramax that I pull a trailer with. Actually, I've got a couple trucks now. I got a Ford 2011 Ford F250. Got a 2004, 2005 Chevy Duramax 1-ton. Those are for my deal. Those are for my they haul stuff. Everyday Fleet Tech, what's up, brother? Yeah, BCB, that would be a fine damn ratchet. Glock 19, Everyday Fleet Tech, that's pretty much that gun right there. That's pretty much the go-to right there for me too, man. This is my money maker right here. This thing right here throws sunder out of it. This is a LMT with a what the hell is this? Troy 13.5 inch. I like full length rails on my gun. That was before we had the ability to have these little guys, 10 inch, but I still have this guy on here, the shoulder. But this is my little truck gun. Piece of crap. I built it out of parts I want off the table. BCB would be a dime. CB, if you said you drove a Ford, Fuzzy would have tried to bang you in your sleep. Yeah, I see that. Fuzzy's like I didn't know. He's hard to read. I don't know what's going on. Glock 10 is still Pretty hard to beat for a gun. I like the new Sig 365s too. That was awesome. Fuzzy, you're for third Fuzzy would have to try to bang in your sleep. You know what the launch 4031 continues to operate after the free updates expire? I'm willing to get comprehensive scan tool for home use, but won't use enough to spend big money. I want to say that the updates are like $600, and I honestly don't think you have to do them all. So it might be based on whatever you do the update. I haven't looked into that really as much as I probably should, but honestly, I don't intend on having that scan tool after 2 years. So I am going to sell it after 2 years and buy a new one. I had in my wiener in my hand when he said Chevy, and I put it back in. Fuzzy, you're a weird fella. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm scared. CAC 2.0. Yeah, I'm actually I won't ever probably use a pistol brace again. I'm just gonna get a dedicated SBR lower now that we are able to have SBRs and suppressors now in Iowa, but I just don't. I have a hard time swallowing that 6 month wait and $200 extra for buying that shit and waiting all that time. That's the problem with that tax stamp stuff. I'll be honest with you, suppressors really don't impress me all that much. I really don't care because, quite frankly, you're still going to hear somebody shoot with them. So I think they're kind of a waste of money. I'm sure everyday fleet tech will probably get upset that I said that. I'm sure he's probably got a different opinion on it, but I wear earmuffs when I shoot anyways, just because I can't hear already from working in the shop so many years that I don't need any more problems. CP about to get his cheeks busted. Probably not, but it's all good, Fuzzy. I still rock the Fords also. I like the Fords. Be honest with you, that Ford 2011 I got's an awesome truck. I did heads on it and stuff like that. Let's see here, man. You want to buy with? Yeah, yeah. See what Ballistic Power Guys. Welcome to the channel. I bought an Altel 908. My buddy has a Soul Sag. He loves my Alto with a snap on 1800 new for mine. 1 year free updates. 300 year after. That sounds about right. I think what I remember they told me on the launch was a 600 with the European and shit that extra that I got on there because that's what I wanted to make sure I had for everything was what it was to update it. So it's pretty hard to justify spending on updates when you can buy a new tool for the same price. That's what I said. I'd just sell it for a discounted rate and then buy a new tool. I just don't need the suppressors. Hey, good night, Mark Schumacher. Take care, buddy. I just what the hell happened here? All right. There we go. Take it easy, Mark Schumacher. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just not a fan of the suppressors. I don't need them. I really don't. I just don't find any use for them, really, unless it's a 22. That's the only reason why I don't want it. Hard Knocks, what do you got going on, man? Any S&K goodness to tell us about? I like seeing some S&K stuff or SK stuff. I always call it S&K from, I guess, because I'm old, you know. You got a 22 in jail right now. That doesn't surprise me. I got buddies that will I can buy them off from and they'll give them to me kind of, I can kind of fudge it, but I just don't want to mess with it. I don't have no need for them. I really don't. You can't use suppressors in competition. That's my biggest problem. So therefore, it pretty much eliminates me from using them when 90% of the shooting I do is from there. Yes. Yeah, come on, Hard Knocks. Tell us about those flex heads. I know you got the inside skinny on them. What's going on? We're all waiting for them. Let's talk about it. Oop. Do the TPMS similar to the 808? I don't think it does, Anthony. I don't have an 808, but I do have the handheld version 9. Is that the 908? I get confused on the numbers when you start talking about it. I have the handheld Altel TPMS tool. Great tool. I get them. So I buy. I think if you're even a technician, this is what I would do. I would buy most of the parts stores have a deal where you buy the sensors and then get the tool for free. I would buy the sensors, sell them to my shop. I tell my guys if they want to buy the tool, they can buy. I'll sell them the tool, and then I sell the sensors. I love my old S&K stuff. Hey, old mechanic, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate it. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, so hit that like button for me, guys. I'm like 40 people away from hitting 1,000. I don't know what good it's going to do me, but we'll see. Altel 908 does everything ECM programming. Are you talking about the 908 Maxis? Or are you talking about isn't there a 908, the older version? I think there's a. Oh, sorry. Got that tryptophan still in me from Turkey Day. Yeah, hey, Bearded CB, trust me, we'll get hooked up here. Things get slowed down for me a little bit. I'll either swing by your shop someday or something and say hi. I know I come out by your way every once in a while on test drives. I actually had a buddy that worked in your shop too, as a driver. Hey, what's up? Pure Gain Liquor Tool Shit. God, I want some whiskey right now. Every time I see that guy's name pop up, I want whiskey right away. I haven't even had the home of the anti-shill. That's exactly right. I have no qualms. Not buying my tools, I'll pay for them. I don't care. I got 10,000 hours watched, and I've got like 900 and some odd subs, so can get that AdSense. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, you might have to help me out, Matt, Doug Yoda. God, Pure Grain Liquors Tool Shed is just like, that's like a man's name right there. That guy is literally just, I want to put that up on the screen. Pure Grain Liquors Tool Shed. That is awesome. I definitely think that name. I need to get some guys on live stream here on one of these Sundays now, since I've kind of been doing them on Sundays. What time's getting to be? Got to take my meds. Holy shit, 9:26. We're gonna give her about 15 more minutes. Jed Monk. Well, been pretty good for. Hey, that's pretty good for the first 6 months watch time Subwise. I guess so. That's what people told me. Turbo TY. Thanks for joining. I'm a heavy duty diesel mechanic. Want to do some occasional automotive side work. What's pretty decent intro to scanner? Altel AL539B for code readers. If you want some bidirectional current controls, launch Diagon X431. You can see both of those on my channel. Look through my vids, take a peek at them. You won't be disappointed in them. I can't stress to you enough. These are both very, very good deals. Something new ratchet. The shop tour. Let me look underneath here. See. I will tell you which video it is. Um, last shop tour I did would have been damn, where is I'm on a live stream. I think I kind of went through the shop a little bit. The last live stream I did, Jeremy, is there's a little bit of shop tour in there. God, I could have swore I did one somewhere better. I think I did a better one on the live stream probably than I did anything else. Otherwise, there was the other one would have been the Snap-on Tool Haul, not Icon Knockoff. Those are the two ones that kind of give you a shop tour of what's going on. But the live stream, I think I gave more of a tour. You kind of have to thumb through that. Pure grain liquor warranty. I broke the selector off my FH80, which was 10-year-old ratchet. Snap-on sent me a new one. Good on Snap-on for taking care of you. Let's see what budget. Do you rock a CPAP? Nope. Don't do that. I just want like some. Really want that Diagnostic 4. It's a damn good tool. Oh man. We got plenty of slugs and greenies. Would love to help. Wanted the old ratchet back, but paid for the return shipping. Can't beat that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to give up some of that old stuff. I feel you, pure grain liquor. When you kind of warranty out a tool, you're kind of like, oh man, I've had that for years, and we got stuff going on. Might be. I'm not gonna give the name of my shop on here because I've heard about YouTubers that are psycho that like to call and say stuff. So if you want to, you can contact me in my private email, and we'll check it out. If you're interested, then we can. If you're looking for a shop to work at, I'd be interested in hiring you. Come in, fill out an application. We'll go through some stuff, but definitely all about paying people good money to work at the shop, taking care of them. So, but I will not give out my shop name because I don't need people calling my shop all day long. I've heard a lot of problems. Thanks. Hard Knocks kind of let me in on that. He's told me some horror stories, and I'm not the type of guy that wants to dick around with that. You start messing with me like that, and I'll get medieval on your ass. Thanks, buddy, though. I appreciate it. I'll let you know. Whoops. Oof. Hard Knocks forward. Any new S&K content? He's got some. He's got some. Don't let him pull you. He's sitting on it. He's waiting for that big. He's gonna get a big run out when he does it. That's what he's doing. He's holding out on us. I honestly haven't been watching that much YouTube or on YouTube. I've had a busy week. Tidying up the Wilton Vice video. What kind of Wilton Vice were you getting? Did you get the one that was out of the Napa flyer? Everyone bow down to CP. Who's that? Everyone bow down to CP. Why is that? We got Coon Fan Club president. Oh boy. Here's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Why would anybody bow down to me? I'm not a king. Everyone subscribe to the Coon Fan Club president. He's about to get booted if he's here to start shit. Nope, got one from World War II. Oh, you dirty dog, you. Oh, I'm jealous. I've been looking for an old Vice. Here we go. You're going to get booted, Coon. How do I make moderators on here? Let's get moderators on here. I can make moderators, Hard Knocks. I apologize, sir. I'm not a tool god. I'm giving my opinion, so I appreciate your apologies. Um, I don't even know how to do invites here. She'll bow down, use both her knees. Hey, take it easy, Corey Suttles. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your input as always. Import family. Snap-on hardline tools are made in Elizabeth, Tennessee, regardless. That's correctly. Okay. Right click on the names in the chat. That's to block them, but how do I make guys tool moderators? How do you give them blue wrenches? Is that possible to do on here? Anybody know? Oh boy. See you later, Junior Little. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, okay. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, Coon Fan Club president. God damn it, I'm terrible at this, Hard Knocks. You didn't train me well. So just a little insight, Hard Knocks kind of got me going on this live stream stuff. So it's all his fault when I suck at it. No, he's not a troll, guys. He said he was sorry. Right here. He said right here he respects me over Clay Coon any day. So he's not. I just didn't. I seen the name and it was a little bit. You know, I thought we were gonna get the Red Wrench Mafia stuff again. Community settings. I suck at this. So if I add one moderator, can he add more? Can they add all the more moderators? See if I can. God, I'm terrible at this. There we go. Let's see if that works. See how that works. I added on my phone here as moderators. We'll see if that works out. Cool. So where do you get blue wrenches at? You guys don't show up as. Oh, you are blue wrenches. Look at that! I did it. I graduated. I can wipe my own ass. Glenn Miller, what's up, man? Right on. We're gonna get some blue wrenches out here. Should have been doing that a long time ago. Never knew what I was doing. Apologize, guys. Get these guys out here to blue wrenches. Adding these blue wrenches. Yeah, I'm on a roll now. What's up, Glenn Miller? Yeah, I did a live stream with Hard Knocks and all those guys. Yeah. By God, I'm getting the hang of this shit. I'm gonna be like a YouTube I'm gonna be like a YouTube, what do you call that, rookie. I'm gonna turn into what's the next level after a rookie? What do you call that? Intermediate. I'm gonna be an intermediate. Not everybody's a Van Wilder fuzz. No, I'm good with computers. That's just a different platform. Is not that, you know, like, I mean, I got shitloads of diagnostic equipment. Pure Grain Liquor. I'm gonna make him a moderator. I love that guy's name. That was a funny novice. There you go, Hard Knocks. Novice. I'm gonna be the most professional novice you guys have ever met. What up, A. Murray? Yeah. But I'm going to start adding some blue wrenches in here for you guys that I like a lot of guys so that are on here. Appreciate you guys stopping by and having a chat with me on Sunday night. Nick Pixel, he's always on here. We'll give him a blue wrench. We got Pure Grain Liquor, Corey Suttles, Bearded CB, Doug Yoda, Hard Knocks. I'm not sure about Fuzzy Wuzzy yet. Favorite wrenches, says, see you later, Corey, buddy. Have a good one. CP going to be a technology ninja. Yeah, that's right. I do like stuff like that. Favorite wrenches, says Coon Fan Club president. That's a tough one. I've always been a fan of my Mac knuckle savers. A lot of people don't like them. Let's give Fuzzy a blue wrench to see. I don't want any of his stuff. Jake the Ag Mechanic, let's add him. He's been on. AgTech 45. I can't get back to all these. I wouldn't trust me. I don't know what. Fuzzy, I don't understand. I don't even know. You're confusing to me. I don't know if you're making fun of somebody. You're like, I know I'm really sarcastic sometimes. You're just you got me confused sometimes. I don't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my butt when I'm talking to you. Maybe that's the way you like it. I like to do that too. Fuck with people. My favorite wrench is back to what Coon Fan Club president. Budget tools. I absolutely will not buy Pittsburgh Pro wrench. Is not all I need. I would rather literally die of anal cancer than have a Pittsburgh Pro wrench. There he is, AgTech. I do have some pocket pry bars. They're awesome. Buy on the tool truck. That's what I should have put that in my hashtag. You're a sheep then, sir. You're right. I probably am. Well, if you can only afford Harbor Freight tools, you got better alternatives out there too, buddy. So I would suggest looking at Capri's, Tectons, Ulsa, stuff like that. Where the heck did AgTech go? There he is. Gotta make that guy now moderator. He's been kicking it on here. Mac Precision Torches. I bought a set in this month's flyer. I bought a set of Mac Precision Torques. I definitely think I'm gonna be on board with these things. Talking about that, $389 for a set 6 to 32. That's pretty smoking deal for a set of wrenches. Right grips, Tony. He makes a good point there. Right grips. There's a lot of great wrenches. You got to understand, Coon Fan Club, when you're buying Harbor Freight stuff, when that thing spreads, when you really need it to work, did you save any money? When you busted your knuckle and you're bleeding for a week, did you save any money? Ed T, I think that I'm jumping on that. We'll have that going down in one of my videos here. Toolbox footage. Go to Dollar General for some wrenches. I don't recommend that. This is bad information. Go to Dollar General. Toolbox footage. That is bad information. Shame on you. Well, Jake the Ag Mechanic. Go to Flat Rate Master. Did a test. 17 millimeter hex. Precision torques held up well. I've always had SK wrenches, and I really have not had that many issues with them. Pretty decent price on them. I just don't believe that buying Pittsburgh wrenches are the way to go. Gear wrench is probably better than that, but my gear wrench is spread like crazy. I hate using open ends. I have to use a different wrench. Icon is a ways. Pittsburgh Pro is good enough. Clark's tool pocket screwdriver. Ever been to Knob Creek shoot? No, I have not. Ballistic power grind. AgTech, that's just it. Snap-on ones, hands down, if you're going to spend a lot of money on wrenches and know that they're going to be solid, Snap-ons are pretty good. But anymore, I think there's a lot of good companies that are pretty comparable. Let's see here. Right has always done me great. That's just it. That's what I think. I mean, I think I would stay away from. If anybody disagrees with me, when you're going to buy wrenches, I mean, there's a different line. So this is what I like about the tool trucks now. If you look on like Mac, especially, and I'm using them as an example because it's easy because they have their export line, precision torque, and then their Mac. You got your three different tiers of wrenches. So it's all about your price range. If you want to go cheap, you can buy a Mac expert line. If you want to go cheap, then you can also buy budget tool ATD line. You're going to have some issues. Back in the day, we had Craftsman. That's what I would say there was. There was Craftsman, and then you had your intermediate tools that were a little bit more expensive, and then you had your tool truck tools. It's always been the same forever. So, are they the same as Proto and Facom? Precision Torques are the same as Facom. I'm pretty positive. Mac, Stanley Black & Decker does own Facom, and they do look very similar, using the same holsters. But I haven't heard anything really, really terrible about these Facom wrenches. But for 6 to 32 millimeter, I don't have any 32 millimeters. I think I'll only go up to 26. So for 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, or 30, 32, I think for the 6X additional wrenches, even though it's $389, I'm gonna jump on board with buying that whole set. Where'd it go? Damn it. Best sprocket screwdrivers right there, guys, in the link. 2-in-1 sure grip pocket screwdrivers. That's what he's saying. I've never used those, but I'm going to check that out when I get off of here. We're going to take a look at them. I quit using cheapest stuff because I got tired of breaking on the job, and then I don't have a Harbor Freight close by. That's just it. I mean, even if I have a Harbor Freight close by, it still takes 15 minutes out of my day. I got to go there, get out of my truck, walk in, get the tool, warranty the tool, leave. That's where I have a problem with that. Whereas the Snap-on guy shows up, Mac guy shows up. Look at this guy. He's got Snap-on Mac. Killer deal right now. Mac is killing it, man. I'll tell you what. I'm totally impressed with what Mac's doing. They still keeping their USA made line. They got their middle of the road line, which the Facom stuff's made in like Italy or something. And then you got your expert line, which is they're blatantly known that's your cheap tool line. No different than Blue Point. The only difference is a Snap-on and Blue Point. They try to sell Blue Point as quality stuff still, and Blue Point is low end stuff, rebrand stuff. So, and I'm not dogging on Snap-on. I love my Snap-on stuff. I love my Mac stuff. I love my Matco stuff. I love my SK stuff. I love my Gray Pneumatic stuff. I love my Sunex stuff. I love my Mayhew stuff. I love my gear wrench stuff. I love it all. I'm the tool addict. It doesn't say CP, the tool truck addict. Well, I am a tool truck addict. 6-point wrenches, Hunter Skinner, Precision Torques. I'm getting a set of those ratcheting wrenches, 6-point. I definitely feel like if you have a 6-point ratcheting wrench, that's the way to go, guys. Don't know anybody on here that's got any other thing to say, but 12-point on a 6-point fastener. Do you not see the problems? Spline drives on a 6-point fastener. A fastener was made to be used. Why do we not have 12-point sockets? I don't know why nobody gets this. 6-point wrench. 6-point wrench. That's why you use a 6-point wrench on brake bleeder screws, stuff that gets stuck normally. When you want a fastener to use it, 6-point. 6-point. I'm an advocate about that. My guys in my shop know that I will literally blow my top. If you round out a fastener and I see you're using a 12-point wrench, I will literally skin you alive. That pisses me off. I pity the pro. It is a pity that Pity Pro is still the best tool Harbor Freight has to offer. And I'll tell you, Hard Knocks, if you've seen, I'll have to show you, man. I'm disappointed about those Pittsburgh Pro impacts. If you watched the earlier deal, I had these. They're so goddamn small in the center of this thing that it won't even take a stud through there. I had a long stud, and I couldn't get the damn bolt off, so the sockets are junk to me. Bringing them back home. Probably going to get rid of them because they're useless. I don't need them. I have these Sunex I have these Blackhawks in 1/2 inch, and I have snap-on. So there you go, budget tools. Milwaukee wrenches. There's a good budget brand too for buying wrenches. I've seen a lot of good things on those, and they were on Flat Rate Masters channel, and they did very well. I've had this set of Precision for years. They work great, but I don't use them on lug nuts. Hold up tight and difficult to get out of socket. Not gonna lie, I have Jake the Ag Mechanic. I've literally had problems with my gear wrenches spreading when I'm doing some really tough shit, especially brake line stuff. I've noticed on my smaller shit where I've got these damn GM brake lines. I'm constantly doing those. Pisses me off. And I've just noticed the gear wrenches are really soft on that. I don't care for spline drive as far as ratchet. I usually use 3/4 on brake cans for cage bolt. Different application though. Correct. Spline drive blow. AgTech 45. Bringing it in the house. That doesn't surprise me. I was disappointed as hell. I literally thought, a lot of people talk about how these Pittsburgh Pro sockets were great, but I finally found the flaw in them, and they're about a mid-length socket. So you're getting this much socket that's only useful for like a mid-length. Basically, that thing will only take a stud down about that far on that. So to me, I've already got mid-length sockets. I don't need another mid-length deep socket. Milwaukee wrench is getting up in their prices. SK is scary. Yeah, you're right, Bearded. I've seen them, and that's because their quality is they're pretty good wrenches. That's why they're getting up there. A good thing don't last when everybody jumps on board. You guys got to see that. Fuzzy Wuzzy, you're right. They're fantastic Ford drive shaft, I discovered, and that's exactly it for a 12-point. It's going to be fantastic. 12-point stuff, I would probably trade out all my spline or all my 12-point shit for spline drive for 12-point just because I can use them on square fasteners. Awesome tool store in Casey. Next time you come down this way, let me know in Casey store week. Hell yeah, we got to go to Smoking Guns. Where is? Yeah, it was. That's just it, Bearded. It was literally a long ways. And so when they moved over here, I started buying some more Harbor Freight shit. So I didn't have any. Like my old Pittsburgh Pro sockets were so dangerous. When you'd use them, they explode. So I just put them in a box and left them there. When they opened this store over here close to me, I was like, sweet, I'm going to try using some Harbor Freight shit again. And here we are a year into it, and I'm already disappointed in all the shit that I bought that was thinking it was going to be great. Let's see here. Stay away from the Chinese gear wrench shit, though. I didn't even realize. Maybe I got some Chinese gear wrench shit. Always gave him a hard time about his 5-2 ratchets. They still work this day. Dude, gear ballistic power guides. I'm not going to lie to you, though. My round head, I don't have them in here, but the 3 main round head ratchets I bought from SK were finer tooth than anything that was being built in about the early 90s. SK was ahead of their time. Those ratchets work great. I never broke any of them. They're pretty stout. So I know I'm getting Hard Knocks all fired up right now. He's probably got a big old smile on his face, cheesing me. I mean, you're talking about SK, but he knows I like SK stuff. I cut my teeth on SK tools. I had cheap ones spread on me round off fastener, so I broke down, spent the money, and I only had a snap-on deal at the time. I think Mac is decent wrenches. You're right, AgTech. I mean, when you're tired of dicking with it, that's what you're going to do. And you buy once, cry once, which some people don't like that saying, but right grip, right there. Right grip 2.0, 8mm 23, $125 on eBay. Doug Yoda on it. Yeah, he knows where to find the deals. There you go. There's a good thing. Consumables. Harbor Freight, good for buying consumables. Consumables. You know, tape, shit like that. Roll lock disc, whatever. SK Rat's really one that every tool has a hammer side, right? Uh, the only one SK thing is because Knox gave it to me. You dirty bastard, Knox. You gave him some and he didn't get him sold on it. Let's see here. $12-point impact for those purposes, 8-point for those. Got my own Milwaukee wrencher for $70 off eBay. Never played full retail. Gray Pneumatics. I haven't really played with them yet, but I've heard good things about them. Those sound pretty interesting. I'd like to see. All right, I was in auto body in the 80s and bought a Snap-on. Now I'm getting ready to get back into the hobby as I retire for tools. Need to replace Snap-on. Dealer won't uphold lifetime warranty. Don't have a receipt. What's your advice? My advice is sell your Snap-on stuff and find somebody who's going to be you don't have to sell your Snap-on stuff. Most of your hardline shit won't break. But if you're wanting to go, I would buy something that is, I would buy something, you know what I call a retirement toolbox or whatever. Get into something that's going to, make you happy and that you know that you can keep around and not use, or that you can use and not have to worry about not getting warranties. Let's see. Never had trouble with my Harbor Freight 3H impacts. It's super tight. Doug Yoda, it's not that they don't fit. The fitment isn't the problem. It's the depth. So on a deep socket, the stud went through and it didn't get in here. Kind of going backwards in the comments, so that problem. I apologize. It's just that one they use. Okay, getting caught up here. Got to jump around here. I want to answer everybody's questions because you guys always have good questions, and I think it makes for a better conversation when you're going through that. Best damn combo wrenches. I'm going to ask. Been holding on to a right grip 9/16 for 8 months now, waiting on do a video on. I'm interested to hear about it. I don't have any right grips. I've been meaning to buy some, but honestly, I got so many freaking wrenches. You know, the problem is with a guy like me. Oh shit! Sorry. Problem is with a guy like me is I have so many freaking tools. You know, where do you keep? You know, why do you buy more? I mean, like I have 9 sets of screwdrivers because I was planning on doing a screwdriver video, and I don't have time to do it. You know, I mean, hell, I've got tools still sitting here on the table. Still got my Cornwell Blue Power stuff. Still got my screwdriver, my Cornwell screwdrivers. I haven't even used these suckers yet. Because I have so many screwdrivers, I don't really need another set of screwdrivers. So I got to watch it. Buying so much shit. New solid. Let's see. Right grip, regular right. As I feel snap on internal grip question. When you use brass fittings a lot, that might be a decision maker. Use brass fitting. Okay, sorry. Right grip versus regular wrench. Would say thoughts on it the same as I feel snap-on. Eternal grip to not grip question. When you use brass fittings a lot, that might be a decision maker. Yes, correct. You know, it's just having a tight. You know, brass fittings you got to watch. You got to use soft grips sometimes. On that, I actually use my Nipex Smooth. The ones without teeth on them when I use brass fittings. I don't even use the wrench, to be honest with you, because I get a better grip with those. I'll be honest with you, those that's where I usually go when I go to an open inside. I use my Nipex adjustables. Yep. Love the talk we can have in here. Let's see here. Ken Dallas got a good one here. For the fact that the warranty issues are made by a truck owner. I had a 40-year-old box and they had no longer selling drawer slides. And have a new box coming at no charge. That's a Snap-on, Ken Dallas. Yep. Fuzzy Wuzzy, I will spend the money for Nipex channel locks. I like Nipex. I agree. It's the only way to go. You know, Nipex or channel locks is you know, I don't. I'll get Nipex all day long. I don't mess around with too many channel locks. I don't have many, so I don't really mess with them. So Ken Dallas said that Snap-on took care of him on a warranty. That's good to hear because that has not been the case around here. I've heard ever much, and I can tell you right now, the dealer that we got around here owns about 12 routes. So, not saying he's a bad dude, but you know, I know that in the back in the day they wouldn't take care of toolbox issues. So, and that's why a lot of my buddies who are, you know, some of them are retired, or some of them not retired, but some of them left the industry. But these are guys that were my age back when they started in the 20s. Had toolbox issues after 8 years or something like that. And Nipex all day, every day. Thoughts on Mac swivel sockets? That's a good question, Everyday Fleet Tech, because I have pinless swivels and I have pin swivels. Quite frankly, I don't have a ton of issues, but I can tell you one thing you don't want to buy. I've got gear wrench swivels, and those things are garbage. They use an aluminum sleeve on them. That was a huge mistake I made buying those damn things. Those things are pieces of shit. I've heard also bad things about cornrow swivels. So I think, sorry, I think when it comes down to swivels, which I use a lot, I think I would go with Mac. They haven't been too bad, or Matco. I do like the Matco pinless swivels, but I've also heard they have problems. Swivels are just one of those things. They're a pain in the ass. They're high warranty items, so that makes them expensive, you know. Nipex all days. SK warranty has been flawless for me as well. They will warranty 50-year-old tools, no problem. I don't doubt that. I just don't have a dealer around, and I got to send the shit in, and I'm really hard to do that. You deal with what's his nuts from 8 out to yes. Well, it's not his, but it's his driver. I know who your dealer is out there, but my dealer is different than what I have out of here. But it's Mark Stuchel's the Snap-on dealer in our area, and he is the #1 dealer in the country. And then we also have the #1 franchise dealer in Southeast Iowa. So we have the two best Snap-on dealers in the country in Iowa. That's a fact. They're the highest selling dealers. So a lot of Snap-on. We get a lot of Snap-on exposure in Iowa. Sometimes more than everybody else. Capri swivels, Snap and the Snap ones both impact. Capri are fatter, and you'll grind them on things down. You're trying to jam in a tight spot. Snappy fits better. Yeah. Looks like steeper angles knocks. Yeah, the angle makes a huge difference. Anybody warranty cornrow stuff? I haven't had anything warranted yet, but I'm sure that my Cornwall guy will not leave me hanging. What the hell are real smokes? 9 packs unopened since I quit in 20. I still have some real smokes. What the hell is that? Yeah, sign of going to bed. Thanks all. Raising Grace, appreciate you stopping by. About getting about that time. I really like chatting with you guys. I think I'd like to get. God damn it! What the hell am I doing here? I'd really like to get a couple of you guys on, like Bearded CB maybe, with me. One of these nights. Hold on here. Snappies are thinner, throats deeper. Yep, 5/16 shorter, being works well for me in tight spots on power dividers. I've used the snappy ones and the Mac ones, and I really don't notice a whole lot of difference. So I really don't have any problem with my Mac swivels. And for the price wise, I like my Mac swivels. They've held up just fine. Deep, and I only use 3/8 swivels though. I never use any 1/2 inch because I use a 1/2 inch extension on a transmission, 1/2 to 3/8, and I only use 3/8 swivels. Really don't have any 1/2 inch swivels. Don't really use them. I can only imagine the Capris are just a little too fat. My email is chadxr650@gmail.com, ballistic power. My Cornwall wrenches are still good, but I just still wonder if anybody had to warranty anything. I've just heard, good God, dropping shit everywhere. I have just heard about a few issues with Cornwall warranty. And sorry, buddy, let me get this. My little feller just came out from the bedroom out of his hiding hole. He wants up in his chair. Get up there. Gotta get him up into his spot. Get up there, come on. I just heard a few problems with people saying it. Lay down. Never see a Cornwall truck. They're like unicorns. You're right, Peter Grain Liquor. They are like unicorns. But if you have to get something warranted, I really think their customer service will take care of you a lot like Mac does. I was impressed. I called in and talked to him. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Probably lost me and thought I ran away, and my garage door was wide open. Neighbor sent me a message. Said he thought he saw a raccoon wandering around there and didn't want him to get in there. Let's see here. Lost. Where is that? I like the tool truck because the tool truck will show up and catch it today if I call. Yep. And usually my problem is if I got a high breakable item and I buy 2 of them. T30 Torx, 15 millimeters, 10 millimeters. I don't care. I'm making money with it. Over the span of time, I mean, I'm sure that I could have saved money doing other things, but when it comes to buying tool truck stuff, I just like buying. It's cool. I never had any problem. Motor had to go to Clearly Clever. I need a mixed mortar and a 5-gallon. I had to go drill 3 levels. It burned up immediately. Harbor Freight's only cost about $75 for all 3 drills. Yeah, but how much time did you spend going back to get 3 drills? Buy a mixing mortar and a 5-gallon bag. Had to go up the drills 3 levels. Immediately it was Harbor Freight, so it only cost about $75. Mine are Mac, actual Mac tool swivels, AgTech. I have never experienced any of the expert swivels. I will not probably buy the expert swivels just because they're the cheaper line. I don't know. Maybe if expert was, if they're rebranding expert and it's a gray pneumatic, I probably would be more interested in it. But I won't probably skimp out on swivels. When it comes to swivels, stuff that I know it's a high breakable item in my job, like I use the shit out of swivels. I beat them up. I need to have something that's going to last a little bit longer. You can get cheap swivels that break. They're good for a DIY guy who's only going to use them a couple times. For me, where I use a 15 mil swivel almost every single day, got to have something that's going to hold up. There's a difference in there. Went live. You didn't lose any viewers. No, I didn't. Oh, he's live now. I lost some viewers now. I'm down to 36. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I've had the USA Max swivels for a long time, everyday Fleet Tech, and I got to tell you, I really don't hate them. Mine are the old pinless ones even still, and they've gotten rid of that platform now and went back to the pinned ones. But I can tell you this, I don't think Mac and Snap-on are too terribly different on their swivels. So it's a hard to pass up. I scared. What happened to Bearded CB? What happened to Bearded CB? Did he run away? I don't think he scared him off. Yeah, I just think when it comes to swivels, I would go Matco or Snap-on. For a guy like you or me, everyday Fleet Tech, I just don't see how you can justify not doing that. So Glenn Miller, I really like those Max Bite Milwaukee wrenches. I definitely want to try some, but like I said, I got so many wrenches. I might buy a couple if I can buy them individually and kind of compare them. I think like I said, if you go to Flat Rate Master, he did that wrench shootout. I think those Milwaukee's held up pretty damn good for what they are. So that's a good one, Hard Knocks. What's spendy though? I mean, they're not. Let's look them up real quick. I don't think they're super terrible, really. I mean, if you compare them to Snap-on or whatnot, they're middle of the road. What are they to SK wrench, Hard Knocks? I should have just invited your ass on the live stream with me. What I should have done. Let's look up Max Bites on Amazon right now. $116 for just the irregular wrenches. That's an SAE set. The ratcheting combination are $185. That's not too bad. You can buy a bundle for $250. That's not bad. There's a bundle right there, free shipping for $250 on Amazon of regular Max Bite wrenches. I'd say that's pretty reasonable, really. $125 a set for a good, decent set of wrenches. That's cheaper than you can. That's cheaper than you can buy them an S&K set for, don't you think? Budget tools. You guys have a bromance going, don't you? Budget tools. If I were a Snap-on tool van driver, I'd look for this guy to finance him. Look for me? Of course you would, because I pay my bill. Yeah, I want to get some of those X-frame wrenches, but like I said, you make my month. I don't buy as much from Snap-on though. Recently, I haven't been buying as much from Snap-on. Now I'm buying a different thermal imager from them than what I had. I know, buddy. I'm gonna buy a different thermal imager, but there's just certain things from Snap-on that you got to get, in my opinion. I'm using both everyday Fleet Tech. I'm on the M12 line hardcore. Like I'm using that 3/8 stubby like a bitch all the time. And then so I use pretty much I use the quarter inch. I don't use a 3/8 that much on the ratchet because I usually use my 3/8 stubby. And I usually use a quarter inch fuel ratchet. And then the little nut driver. Um, that thing's got like 100 foot-pounds on it. That thing, I do so much dash work with that thing. Like my Milwaukee M12 shit is just getting used like a champ. Um, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it when it comes to that. I think honestly you can buy your M12 line from Milwaukee and then a 3/8 mid torque, and you really can get all the shit you want done with that. So I've got an M12 soldering gun now that I got. I love that thing. I just bought it. I haven't done a tool review on that yet. Yes, Ken Dallas. They came out with a new imager, and I picked that up. So this one's actually right there with the FLIR, which I've seen a lot of people, and honestly, it's better than the FLIR. So the FLIR is the same price, but the Snap-on has a lot better deal, and I'm going to show that. I don't have a FLIR to compare it to, but from the videos I've watched, I really liked it. I'm glad I bought the Snap-on because it's got a couple extra deals that the FLIR doesn't have. Long neck ratchet. Yeah, I ordered a quarter inch long neck ratchet. So that's definitely Nick Pixel right there, M12 for the win. Um, right here, guys, if you guys didn't know, the cat's out of the bag. Snap-on came out with a new thermal imager. Kind of the hot ticket. Here's the thing about thermal imagers. $7.99 is the price, Jake, the Ag Mechanic. I personally have found that people are not using the thermal imagers as much as I use it. I am very, it's helped me because I can diagnose cars. So I'm diagnosing for 4 guys in the shop half the time. So I need quick. Um, damn, that link didn't hyper. Fuck all. That new thermal imager. So what helps for me is that when I go to diagnose something, so let's say somebody comes in, they got a brake issue. I run out quick and hit the brakes around all the sides, and I say, check out that right front brake, see if the caliper's sticking. I can tell a huge difference in temperature in that. It's one of the best things. Now you can use a regular temp gun, and that's fine. Cooling it, so like heating issues, so I can tell right away if I'm like I had a Ford Transit that came in, it wasn't getting coolant through it. Check the hoses with the thermal imager to see which one's not, if it's not getting flow properly. Um, it that it's just it's not it, it's a good tool if you use it and you consistently get it into your arsenal and get it into your head and use it. I tried to go to Acme Tools, get an M12 soldering iron. They tried to bend me over big time. How much did they want for it? Ballistic Power Guides. I bought mine for like $100. M12, M218. I think twice in 3 years. First model. This is the third model they've had, Kyle. So this one's the best one, I think. Yes, Ken Dallas, new imager is a ETH311. It is awesome. I definitely like it. $7.99 or $6.99, something like that's what I got it. If your employee wants to go home for having temperature, you can use it on your forehead. Exactly. It's an HR doctor's like, you can go to school nurse. You're not going to do it yet. We're going to catch your ass. You can't leave, and you ain't sick, boy. Get back to work. Thermal imager would use more for hunting coyotes than in the shop. Yeah, I mean, this one will probably actually work better because it's got a distance. You actually can set the distance on it, bearded CB. So don't kid yourself. I did think about that when I was doing that. I love hunting coyotes. Love them dirty prairie mutts, and their pelts are up to $60 $60 now. So this year's a good year. My cousin, he traps them. I actually like that. That's more along my speed. It's I don't have as much time into it. CC, no Milwaukee is made in China like new iPhones. Wish DeWalt made good electric ratchet. Yeah. Yeah, that one that's mascot's pretty cheesy. But here's the thing. All that matters to me is the speed of the ratchet. Everybody gets all wound up about these ratchets and their foot pounds. What really matters is the speed of the head. I want the shit to come off fast. So Snap-on came out with that brute ratchet, but it's slow as shit. It turns like 170 RPMs. I literally thought I had to, when I got on the tool truck and seen it, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I go, you could set a sundial to this. I was out. I was like, I'll never buy one of those brutes. I go, they're even slower than the Harbor Freight one. Yeah, it's bearded CB. It's got a distance you can change up on. I think I can get it out to 100 yards with that thermal imager. So not quite where I need it to be, but Wall needs to update their 12-volt line so it's lame compared to the it does. They do, and they need to get their shit together. But problem is when Black and Decker and DeWalt merged, I noticed that there was a lack of what I call seemed like there was a lack of ingenuity there. When DeWalt was standalone, they were a lot better, in my opinion. We're gonna find out. I'll bring it over to your shop and let you check it out. We'll see. I know you got some area over behind your place where we can look back and see, back in the distance over there, how far away. But I did. That was part of the reason why I liked it. The old thermal imager didn't go to have any distance on it. You're out there where you start to get out towards my cousin's place. My cousin lives out in Granger. That's where we do some coyote hunting. Coyote hunting's my favorite. I love coyote hunting. My cousin, I got to see the trapping this little kid does. He's like 17 years old and he catches like 50 coyotes a year. Yep. My buddy owns a shop down in the corner where you're at, Bearded CB. He owns a big white building down there in the corner. We used to have a shop out by you. Well, guys, I am getting tired. 2.5 hours. It's been a really good live stream once again. Got some blue wrenches out now, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I need to get to bed. I've got a customer coming in the morning who I'm gonna have to go to. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a chit chat about some stuff. He's not happy. I'm not happy. He's kind of messed around. It's one of those deals you got to deal with, and I got to be there at 7:30 so that I can prepare my stuff for him to show him what's going on. So it's been a great live stream. I'd like to get maybe Bearded CB and Hard Knocks and Everyday Fleet Tech on next week. I'll send you guys some messages or something and see we can get in earlier, do a live stream or something. You guys are always on here, so I appreciate. Oops, give old Bearded CB or Everyday Fleet Tech one, but appreciate you guys watching. Love you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I need like 40 more subscribers to get to 1,000. I want to see what this thing does. And we'll catch you on the next one. Smash that like button, ring that bell, share if you want to share, like, subscribe, all that business. Appreciate you watching. Have a great one. We'll be looking for Christmas next coming up. So see you later. Did I end it? I don't think I ended it.